Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DRich Show, where we talk anything and everything crypto. Now, here's your host, DRich.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the DRich Show. Today is June 2nd, 2021. Happy Hump Day, folks. I hope that you are having a good week so far. We're midweek, and I just hope that this video reaches you in good health, good spirits, and good energy. And again, I want to make sure that I acknowledge all the new subscribers to the channel. Thank you guys so much for hitting the subscribe button. And I want to also make sure that I acknowledge the subscribers that have been here on the journey since I've begun the YouTube channel, but most definitely those have come along the way. Thank you as well, because you guys continue to inspire me to make sure that I put out quality content or good content where you guys are continuing to view the video. So again, I want to make sure that you guys are well acknowledged. Today, guys, on today's video, it's not going to be a long video. But, I want to make sure that we put out some things that I was made aware of yesterday. I want to make sure that AWASH, thank you again for putting me on something that was connected to DAG. We want to go over that today. We're also going to go over the protocol upgrade for the Stellar networks and talk about a little about the Basel network again. Is your bank Basel compliant? And then also we're going to talk about the Global DeFi Summit that I mentioned to you a couple weeks ago, as far as what is happening and transpiring in the month of June. As we know, that month of June is typically a hot month, and so far we're getting to there since we started to see a little change and fluctuation in the market as it turns a little bit green, as the total market cap for crypto is 1.7 trillion. Okay, it's a 5% increase over the last day. We got Bitcoin trading at dominance is at 41.6%, while Ethereum is at 18.7%. And again, both of those guys are going to have to give up some of the share of that market cap eventually, as we start getting liquidity in the market. Bitcoin is 37,868 US dollars, and Ethereum is at $2,756.79, almost 8% up in the last 24 hours. And then you got BNB, Binance Coin, at number 3 there, up 16.6% at $409.38. And then we got Cardano at $1.78, up over 3%. And then you got Dogecoin leading the market again at this pace, 24%, almost 25% in the last 24 hours. And then you got it trading at almost 41 cents. So again, it went up from that support line, 29, 30, 31 cents. And, I don't think anything Elon Musk said about Dogecoin this time around to make it go up. But as we know, when anytime Coinbase lists a new asset, then you would know that that coin will most definitely appreciate in value as a brand new listing. But we do know that there is pros and cons to that, as we know that we'll get to the ICP about that later. But XRP is at $1.03, still in the green. Over the last 24 hours, Polkadot is at 26.19, and you can still get that XRP at $1.03, by the way. Again, right now it's in an accumulation phase, so if you guys are brand new to XRP, very good opportunity at $1. You could dollar cost average if it goes under $1. Again, we're not going to see these prices much longer, folks. I'm just going to tell you that right now, because I'm ultra excited about the month of June, and I'll tell you why. Again, this year, this month is my birthday month, and I did promise that I would retire before I was going to turn 45, or 45. I'm still 45. I still have 21 days left before I retire. I've been doing work projects here and there, But again, I'm still on pace without any question. Polkadot 2620 USDC is still in the top 10 as it got pushed down a little bit as we've seen some momentum with the other assets above it. Then you know what? Uniswap is running out the top 10 at 28.15, up almost 6%. And again, ICP was listed on Coinbase, and guess what? It took a crap on every single person. So if you guys are into that, okay, cool. I mean, I know it does it. It has the infinity loop. Okay. If it goes a little bit lower, maybe I'll take a hack at it. But I'm not going to bat an eye at this moment. Okay, I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled on some other stuff, and I'll be talking about that other stuff today. But anyway, you look at the market, continue to get familiar with it, learn some of the different assets and how you could take a position that will most definitely benefit you. This KSM, wow, it just took off. So anyway, it's, like I said, it's green in the market. We're starting to turn the tide again today, and we'll be talking about Ripple turning the tide as well later here in the video. So anyway, guys, do your due diligence, continue to accumulate, acquire, but again, do not break yourself to the point where you can't take care of everything else around you. That's important. That's a necessity. Okay, we may want and desire all the cryptocurrency that we want, but we have to make sure that we're responsible in our decision making when it comes to taking the steps necessary to purchase when we can. Okay, if you're fortunate to do it consistently, cool by that. But again, what I like to do is I like to trade within the system that is available to me, so I don't have to really come out of pocket. There's other means of trading. I like to options trade, scalp from the traditional markets, and then use that fiat currency to come and transfer it over to some of the assets that I want. So anyway, guys, I wanted to make sure that I reminded you all about the Global DeFi Summit, okay, which is coming up rather quickly, June 24th. My computer is actually acting really, really slow today. So, I'm going to have to take one of my kids' advice as far as getting a new computer. Here we go. Thank you. June 24th, 2021 at 8 p.m. And that's Pacific Standard Time here in California for me on the West Coast. And then the Global DeFi Network, where you learn about decentralized finance and the future of financial markets. And again, you could go over this. I'll leave it in the description. You're going to register absolutely for free. I've already registered, so I will have a position here. I will be taking notes for this event, and I recommend that all of you do the same thing, because what happens is you get more information, more insight available to you. So when you go ahead and try to regurgitate that information back to your peers, you sound like you know what you're talking about, and you've been educated to a point where you can actually talk with common sense, easy for people to understand what you're talking about when it comes to cryptocurrencies and how to get them involved. Because right now we're going through a transition phase. Folks are excited about cryptocurrencies, more so about Dogecoin. Just wait till the floodgates open to other cryptocurrencies besides Dogecoin, and we'll see what happens. But again, as the people who have come in this space and been in this space for a while now, I think it's our responsibility to continue to talk to folks every single day, up to 10 people, about cryptocurrency, to try to get them involved, to break the ice, start the conversation, to get them thinking about it. Some will, some won't, so what? But again, tomorrow you'll still have another 10 folks to look forward to talking to when it comes to cryptocurrencies and getting them involved. Make sure you guys have your links and everything, your QR codes available. I do believe there is a new app that I was introduced to. I'll tell you what it is right here. That you can actually have all of your QR codes attached to one thing. Let me go ahead and it's the dot cards. Okay, dot card /user. Okay, it's dot. You can create your dot profile where you have all your platforms. So if you're a content creator like myself or whatever, excuse me, you can actually have them scan their QR code, and you'll be able to transfer that stuff easily. Kind of like a mobile business card, if you want to call it that. But anyway, folks, I want to get into this. I don't want to waste too much more time. As you recall, on Monday, we talked about the DAG network, okay? And this is also part of that network, which is the Lattice Exchange at lattice.exchange, which is the LTX token. And I want to make sure that I acknowledge AWASH for this, for sending me the information to piggyback on the DAG network. So this is important for me to add it to the content, and make sure that I guess you want to call it, circle back to it. The crossroad of the decentralized finance and trading. Dang. Lattice Exchange is an AMM-based DEX, which is the decentralized exchange that supports seamless cross-chain swaps and multitude of DeFi applications by utilizing the Constellation's hypergraph with a near zero fee, horizontally scalable for decentralized network. And again, it is powered by Constellation. And here you go. You got some wallets. You can add my number to that. I will be taking a position in this at 40 cents. You got the circulating supply, and then you also got a $12 million market cap. And about Lattice Exchange. Lattice Exchange is an evolution of existing decentralized finance solutions that offer near zero swap fees while enabling cross-chain multi-asset support with institutional grade trading tools. And the platform is a gateway to unlocking digital asset services by combining the future of traditional equities and modern cryptocurrencies with speed, security, and cost savings at the forefront. And through the integration of various partners and services, Lattice is a one-stop shop for all activities related to DeFi, and hodlers of the LTX token, which is the Lattice Exchange token, can participate in the platform in multiple ways while taking part in the growth of the platform via free sharing model. And here's the fee sharing model. You got the AMM DEX, the Launchpad, the yield farming, lending, buy LTX with fiat, academy, governance, and analytics. And then here's the May through June of 2021 roadmap. And again, you can add this to another part of the month with their Launchpad Phase 1 release and platform redesign. So again, guys, there's a lot of things going on in the month of June. You got the KYC portal and lending, which is fair, transparent, and egalitarian funded. Okay, and here's your team for Lattice. Okay, and then you could look at some of the partnerships there, and then also read about some of their latest news as you have some spare time to go check some of the other information out. And again, guys, I do believe there is a white paper. Yep. Download that white paper. I'm going to take a little bit more time to do that, and I will be reporting back on this white paper. And folks, when you are investing in cryptocurrencies, I would highly suggest reading the white paper. It provides a lot of insight and information regarding the platform, the cryptocurrency, what is designed to do, so you can make a better decision when you're invested in these things. But some of the cryptocurrencies, you kind of already know, if you see some things, how you want to try to jump on it before there's any news. Sometimes a lot of people want to know the partnerships. Sometimes they want to know who's their connections. folks, we might not never know some of the partnerships and connections until the last minute. You have every opportunity to speculate. You have every opportunity to kind of read into some news, and assume. Sometimes we do need to assume because at the end of the day, if you're lagging and you're not really taking a chance of, all right, well, this makes sense or that makes sense, and you just missed the boat on it. There's not going to be too many more boats after that if you keep missing boats. So what I'm suggesting is that you look at things when people present them to you, and you come to your own choices. It's just like I got this LTX presented to me after talking about the DAG network and things like that. And this looks like it's a little bit promising. So I'm going to do a little bit more research into that and provide some more information back to you folks as you guys continue to watch the videos. Anyway, this is coming from stellar.org. The Protocol 17 upgrade is now complete, which we also talked about yesterday. June 1st, the Stellar Public Network successfully upgraded to the Protocol 17 network. Protocol 17 introduces a new feature, asset clawback, that is designed to allow businesses issuing regulated financial instruments such as money market funds, bonds, and equities to comply with the regulatory requirements by demonstrating the ability to revoke assets in certain situations. And clawback doesn't exist or affect existing assets, balances, or accounts. Rather, it opens up new possibilities for issuing regulated assets on the Stellar network. And for more information, you can see the Protocol 17 improvements right here. Just go ahead and click that. Blog post for the developer documentation. And the network upgrade to the Protocol 17 required for the assent of validators who vote for and agree to a new protocol version, just like they vote for and agree to apply transaction sets to the ledger. And if you're interested in participating in future votes, you can run your own validating node. No permission required. For more on the network of governance, you can see the upgrading the network doc right here as you click that. And it also takes a lot of coordination to pull off a major protocol change. And they also appreciate the diligence, patience, and everyone's effort in the ecosystem put in to prepare for the upgrade. And if you haven't already, we encourage you to sign up for the updates on your status page and to make sure you're aware of the network incidents and scheduled maintenances. And if you're getting errors, if you haven't upgraded your Stellar related software, you may encounter errors. If and when your integration encounters one of the new clawback flags or operations, and if that's happening to you, simply install the software that supports Protocol 17. It's quick and easy, and once you do, you should be back up and running in no time. And for links to relevant releases, see their Protocol 17 upgrade guide. And as always, they are very cautious with network upgrades, and they put a great deal of effort into making sure their ecosystem is informed well in advance, and this upgrade is catching you by surprise. Please let us know, and you can email them directly, justin@stellar.org. So folks, you got some upgrades there to the Stellar network, which is good. It looks promising, and it was successful. So I'm not sure if there's going to be any things with the software on your Ledger devices or your Trezor devices or whatnot. I'm not sure. I haven't gone into my Ledger, so I'll be looking, seeing if that has any effect on that. So I will report back to you guys on that as well. So anyway, I wanted to go to Ripple.com, their insights. Is your bank Basel III compliant? And folks, this was written back on December 8th, 2015. We're almost looking at 6 years ago. 6 years ago, this article was written, which is a 2-minute read from Team Ripple. One of the biggest changes coming to the bank is a new rule called Basel III. And as the 3 implies, this is actually the 3rd installment of Basel Accords, which are a set of rules created in response to the financial crisis in order to prevent future systemic bank failures. Basel III builds on Part 1 and Part 2 by focusing on protecting institutions during a bank run, which requires different levels of reserves for different kinds of deposits and debt. So I would assume a bank run is something like what you see in the market, like AMC, GM, GameStop, BlackBerry, Bed Bath and Beyond, those type of ones that are just running up the market right now. So if you're paying attention to that, if you're good at options trading, I think it is a good time to take advantage of that to pull money out the market. Naturally, this crimps bank profitability, make it harder for financial institutions to lever their balance sheets. As KPMG explained in their 2011 Basel III report, increased capital requirements, increased cost of funding, and the need to recognize and deal with regulatory reform will put pressure on margins and operating capacity, and investor returns will likely decrease at a time when firms need to encourage enhanced investments to rebuild and restore buffers. I believe when they're talking about buffers, I believe the buffers are, say for instance, gold. Gold will act as a buffer, so if there's some sort of decrease in value, or you come under you come under some loss or something like that, the gold will act as a buffer to help you with the negative balance. How regulators have decided to categorize various assets will also have an impact on balance sheet requirements and capital markets, and in the term of liquidity. And for instance, there's a huge difference between government debt, which is considered essentially risk-free, versus corporate debt, which is in turn relatively toxic. And this could make funding and working capital more expensive for companies. And perhaps the biggest challenges, however, will come down to reporting. Some of these folks are never audited, and financial institutions are used to reporting quarterly, monthly, or at the worst daily. And in the future, the expectations will be real-time liquidity reporting. Okay? This is why we got the blockchain, where everything is transparent, open, and honest, source, decentralized, and the likes. And it's hard to concretely say where or when, since each jurisdiction will decide its own policies and timeline for Basel III implementation. And the current deadline was 2019, which already had multiple delays in their times. And as we know, June 28th is the day that we are looking forward to, when gold becomes a tier 1 asset from a tier 3 asset. So it's bumping up 2 tiers. Okay, and we're looking forward to that. That's where digitizing platforms can be such a boon, giving banks a snapshot of their liquidity situation at moment's notice, reducing reporting costs, but also boosting efficiency, which in turns allow better uses for the bank's balance sheet. And again, this is why Basel III is very, very important. So go ahead and read the Basel report. Continue to dive into that information as you get prepared to see what's about to unfold on the 28th of May. So it's a good month, and we're on pace to retire. Not literally retire, but it's just a figure of speech, because at all costs, I would hope that everyone wants to work for themselves and do for themselves, because the only person that you can really depend on as the individual is yourself. Okay, there's going to be some loyal folks around. You might have some loyal pets, things like that, but the only person that can really be loyal to you is you. So that's just how I look at it. You can only disappoint yourself. And again, I always say that I am my own worst critic. So I'm critical, but yet, I'm, cool enough to say, hey, let's just work on changing a couple things, ironing some things out. So anyway, Ripple is making some waves, and we'll go over this real quick article. Ripple making waves against the SEC, which is confusing crypto rulebook. And this was today at 11:34 a.m. Ripple's remarkable dogfight with the Securities and Exchange Commission has taken a dramatic twist, after the U.S. regulatory authority suffered a setback in its pursuit of the blockchain-based digital payment company. Now, folks, we already know Ripple is taking these folks to task. They have some of the smartest, brightest, and brilliant people that we know of in their corner. Okay, and this is again a fight for financial sovereignty, financial dominance, and I know these folks know what XRP will do to them. Anyway, earlier this year, the defense case for the San Francisco firm had looked dead in the water, but the tide may now be turning in Ripple's favor, according to some legal observers. The SEC filed its lawsuit a few days before Christmas 2020, claiming that its founders had illegally marketed its native XRP token to retail customers. I know that we've gone over this multiple times, but I want to read what they are saying in the article because we don't want to miss anything, because they say certain things and do certain things that we don't want to overlook by no means. Allowing the firm to raise business capital through its sale of an unregistered securities offering. SEC prosecutors stated a failure to register sales was a violation of federal laws. And they also claimed that Chairman Christian Larson and CEO Brad Garlinghouse orchestrated personal unregistered sales to the value of $600 million. And at the time, Garlinghouse branded the case as an assault on crypto at large, saying that the SEC fundamentally is wrong as a matter of law and fact, before reaffirming earlier statements that the founders would consider uprooting their California headquarters and move the operation to another country. Now, 6 months on, and after a series of bruising battles, it appears the odds are now in Ripple's favor. 2 days ago, the latest ruling in the case that Judge Sarah Netburn slapped the SEC down after it demanded to see evidence of Ripple's legal advice over the security status of XRP going back to its launch in 2013. However, the judge has denied the SEC, saying Ripple assets asserts that the SEC requested communication are protected by the attorney-client privilege, which has not been waived. Move in Ripple's favor. The move in Ripple's favor now adds weight to its defense of fair notice, which argues that prosecuting authorities failed to provide any warning against the firm's actions prior to the lawsuit being filed. And this says that the legal commentator Clive Braben could easily be turning the tide, turning point of the entire case, which he believes has now swung in the favor of Garlinghouse and Chris Larson. The Judge Netburn's ruling here could well be the key moment throughout the whole action, he explained, and the SEC has now hit a brick wall in its pursuit of access to documents that Ripple's lawyers maintain are confidential, something which is now supported by law. And it's a very important point, and one which now places a great deal on emphasis on their for notice defense, which could yet make or break this whole case. So again, folks, this is the month of June. We got a lot of exciting things coming up. Tomorrow we got the meeting of the Sunshine Act, which is the 3rd of June at 3:15 p.m. I'm not sure if that's Eastern time, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be checking that out, getting some information on that. And then again, you also have the Green Swan event that's taking place. And then, we have so much more stuff coming up. So, guys, we are filling our month of June up on the calendar books. Pay attention. These are not predictions. These are some things that we just need to keep our eye on so we could stay in tune to what's taking place, not only in the financial sector, but all around us, and how there might be a swift resolution and judgment to all of this, unbeknownst to us. It could be in the night. It could be when we wake up in the morning, boom, we're in good shape, in good position, and everybody's happy. But we will be checking back with you on this channel all the time. Anyway, folks, have a great rest of your Wednesday. We're midweek. Continue to push forward to the weekend so we can get to do something fun, new, and exciting. Continue to dip your eyeballs into some information so you can put it in your brain, kind of go over it. Things like that. It's important. That we continue to try to educate ourselves as best as possible. Not saying that we're not educated. I'm just saying that we need to become more educated when it comes to this type of information. Trying to not only talk about it, but we need to practice it, because when you are talking to folks, you want to know what you're kind of talking about and things like that. And so I hope I know what I'm talking about. I hope that you continue to come back for more videos and more information as I continue to dig. And you guys are all the reason for me doing the digging. So thank you again for hitting the subscribe button, the like button, the thumbs up, and the rumble. And for those who are listening to me on the podcast, I thank you for that as well. Anyway, guys, take care. God bless. And as always, treat everyone with class, dignity, and respect. Bye-bye.